Woo! Hey, let's go. Welcome back, everybody, to Big Gauchos. It's talking investing shows completely out of pocket to help put money in your pocket. I'm Austin, back with the boys once again.
What's up, Big Gauchos? It's your boy, Big Gaucho Tyler. We back.
Hey, David's here, and hopefully everyone has a great upcoming weekend. We got some pretty awesome stories in store for you guys, so let's kick it off with some Tesla. You know, we love our Tesla. We talk about them quite a lot because they're pretty interesting, and we got some good news. Maybe. So they are having their battery day next week, and if you don't know what that is, essentially they're going to show off some new technology they've been developing, and it may be pretty big. So it's going to be next week, September 22nd, which I believe is a Tuesday, and it's going to be live streamed. So you don't have to go in person. Well, you kind of can't go in person. You can sit at home, you know, put your pajamas on, get some pizza, you know, get some lemonade. A little foreshadow.
Insurance.
Yeah. And then watch some live stream of Elon Musk. So
I'm kind of down for that. If you guys want to do a social distancing hangout and do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But
Tesla the bestla.
It's gonna be a big deal. I mean, they got burned a couple weeks ago really hard, like full kitchen on fire, burned. You know, it wasn't a pretty picture. So hopefully, if they get any kind of comeback from this, it'll help them out a lot because their stock definitely needs it. I mean, they just did the reverse split, so it's already going to be dirt cheap. So what do you boys think? Do we buy in if it gets cheaper and battery day fails, or do we buy in before battery day?
All right, this is what I'm thinking, boys.
What's
So by the time this episode comes out, it's going to be a Friday, yeah?
Yeah.
It's coming out
All right.
Friday.
If tomorrow Tesla goes down $20+, I'm buying in. And then
Really?
yeah,
$20?
Dude, yeah.
So like 5%.
Yeah, about 5%, like a solid red day, you know what I'm saying? I'm buying in, and then I'm holding until Tuesday night when the announcements come out and everything. Wednesday, it's going to skyrocket up. I'm going to sell. I'm going to get out, and I'm going to make that money.
Just dump it Wednesday morning.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, I feel like whatever Tesla has in store for them, they're going to have something good. And if it has anything to do with their battery, you know, from them shifting from nickel cobalt cathode to an iron phosphate cathode, you know, then that's going to be some major news and could revolutionize the electric vehicle industry. And obviously Tesla would be a first mover, so they will definitely bathe in the wealth and the stock price going up. So I think that'd be a great time to buy and sell.
Dude, I think it's a really good deal too. But I mean, if you look at it, on Tuesday the 8th, they were down to 330, and now they're all the way up to 423 today at closing. So maybe if it goes down like 10%, I'll do it with you. But yeah, I'd like to be insulated just a little bit because you know they're going to go crazy for battery day. So I mean, let's hope the market is super unsettled tomorrow, but hopefully Tesla like actually has some positive news to back this up too. Like if there's any improvements in making the batteries or eliminating cost of production specifically.
Yeah, there's been some rumors that are circling around, and because Elon kind of leaked a little bit, I guess. Not anything official, but just some speculation based on what he's been saying on Twitter. And people are assuming that it is to do with going to an iron phosphate cathode because it's more efficient. And what that will do for the cell battery is it could increase the distance you could drive a couple hundred, or not a couple hundred miles, but at least like 100 miles, which would be pretty significant on one single charge. And also in addition to that, it would also massively reduce the cost of production because the iron phosphate is much cheaper than the nickel cobalt. So it would be really major if they did that, because that would reduce the cost and make it more, price range for most Americans, and also you wouldn't really have to worry about running out of charge and not having anywhere to go, so you have a little bit longer range.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know all the science behind it, but I do know that it would be a really good short swing, like what Tyler's talking about. So I'll only do it tomorrow if Tyler does.
Sounds good.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Hell yeah. Just want to point this out. Nicola, if you are listening to this podcast, please take notes of what Tesla is doing. They're actually creating a product and using it for the future of their
whoa.
product.
That's too far ahead of where they're at. They might not be able to understand you.
All right. Here, let me put this in
Very
simpler
simple.
terms. New toy means better for later. Make it happen.
Make it happen. Make car, make money. Money good, lose money bad.
Actually, how about this? Make car. Make
Step
car.
1. Do not fake video before make car.
Yeah. So yeah, if Nicola, if you're watching this, we love you, but please take some notes from Tesla and actually have some scientific methods and actual hydrogen batteries or whatnot, so we can move forward and actually invest in you.
We definitely do wish there was a universe where we could invest in Nicola, whatever. But I don't think it'll ever happen, boys. So better keep buying Diamond Peak Holdings.
Hell yeah.
I almost said Diamond Offshore. But
Diamond Offshore.
I think it'll be good. I'm willing to do a little swing trade on it. But we also got some big news. If you're not able to get in on Tesla, you can still get in on other stocks like Tilray, Canopy Growth, and Aurora Cannabis. Why do we mention these? Ooh, Aura. Still own them, no comment. Because congressional Democrats are delaying voting on advancing a new bill called the Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement MORE Act for short. There's a lot of big details coming in on this, and
yeah,
I'll let Dave take over some of this. But essentially, the bill is just aiming to decriminalize marijuana federally and expunge all prior marijuana convictions from record. And currently in the United States, it's only recreationally legal on the state level in a handful of states, but federal level would mean that all government employees could also use marijuana as well as law enforcement. So, Dave, what else do we got in here?
Yeah. Before I get into that, though, the reason they are delaying the vote is kind of because it's not expected to pass in the Congress or in the Senate. The Republicans aren't really in line with passing this through, so it probably won't get passed. And they said they're going to try to delay it, or they're looking to delay it until 2021. So they're hoping, I guess, that the House and Senate and presidency change to favor Democrats so they can get that through. But
I mean, the way some state elections are going with the U.S. Senator elections, a lot of them are turning blue. So I think it could happen.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's interesting. I mean, personally, I'm kind of in favor of legalizing it. Like, I don't really see too big of a point, honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot of good tax benefit for it, for the state and funding schools and whatnot.
Yeah. So what this bill entails primarily, I looked this up on the official Congress.gov website. So essentially, they're trying to decriminalize it federally, and then they're also going to expunge everyone's record of marijuana convictions, which I'm not really in favor of, honestly. I feel like if you got arrested for it, you should, it should be shown, I guess, unless it shouldn't be just eliminated just for being eliminated. Like if you actually change and maybe did a community service or something, I don't know, and got it taken down, then I would agree with that. But just doing it to everyone blanket check is kind of weird. I don't know about that.
Interesting.
And they also want to change the name from marijuana to cannabis, which okay, that's fine.
Same thing. Yeah.
that
Yeah,
is a scientific name, I suppose.
true. And they want the Bureau of Labor Statistics to publish demographic data on who owns cannabis business and who is employed by these businesses.
I don't really understand why it's demographic data instead of just having a regular record of the people.
I don't know either. You got me beat on that too.
Well, yeah, we have no clue, but
And then they want to establish a trust fund to support various programs and services for individuals and businesses and communities impacted by the war on drugs.
I don't know. I don't know where you're going to come up with all that money from.
They're going to get the money from taxes. So they're going to impose a 5% tax on cannabis products and require the revenues to be deposited into the trust fund that I just mentioned earlier.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like it's going to be taxed super heavily if they're doing that though, and it's not actually going to help the state, and then the whole point of it is kind of moot. But I don't know. That's just how I'm interpreting it. But
I agree.
they also
I think-
got to. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying I think we should make the first nationally wide weed dispensary chain.
USA Weed.
USA Weed.
So funny. But dude, this next one's pretty wild. 5% tax on all cannabis products and requires revenues to be deposited into the trust fund. So is that 5% of all the revenue is going into that trust fund?
No, all of it.
What do you mean? All of the revenue from federal
From the taxation. Yeah.
So the state doesn't get any of it?
Well, the state could also impose their own taxes, but that would be the 5% federal tax.
Dude, could you imagine that? Because like some places because like here the sales tax is already 8%. Like the city sales tax plus you have state sales tax plus another 5% tax plus whatever the state wants to tax.
Looking at 20%.
Cannabis, yeah, dude, you probably pay like 20-30% in taxes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's really tax, which
Yeah,
I guess I agree with. I mean,
they can't
I'm not-
tax it. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I was just gonna say they can't tax it too heavily, or they're just gonna have the black market come back.
that is true, I suppose. That is true.
I just feel like at some point people will just be unwilling to put up with it, and then they'll just go back to buying from, whatever guy in the neighborhood or whatever. I don't know.
True.
It's like they've done for hundreds of years.
Yeah, 1 gram for $50 plus taxes.
Funny.
Mm-hmm. They also have some good things. So they also want to make business administration loans available to people who have companies related to cannabis, which
That's
I
good.
guess they should be entitled to that too if they qualify.
Yeah, I agree.
They also want to prohibit denial of federal public benefits to a person on the basis that they have cannabis related conduct, which okay, that's fine. Again, I don't really care about that. I think that's probably a good thing.
That's not bad. But then also prohibit denial of benefits and protections under immigration laws for cannabis-related incidents. Suppose that's good too, because I mean, citizenship is really hard to get here in the first place.
Yeah, but according to the law, it says cannabis-related conduct or a conviction. I mean, conduct is fine with me. Like, I don't really care if it becomes legalized and then they do the conduct. But like, I don't know, like a conviction. I feel like I don't know. I feel like doing it when it's illegal is different than doing it when it's legalized. I don't know. It's my opinion.
Interesting thought. I'm not sure. I'd have to look a little more into it. I don't know if I know enough to make an opinion on that part of it.
No, yeah, and these were just the broad overviews. I didn't read specifics because those bills are they're quite lengthy. They're definitely a college thesis in length.
Thank you.
So
thank you, Congress.
So yeah, I'm not gonna look into it to find exactly what they mean by those terms, but Yeah, so that's just the highlights.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely a lot of information. I mean, I know Arizona was close to passing it, but just at a state level. But the whole federal thing would be huge. I don't know if that coincides with Joe Biden's policies. To be honest, I don't know where he stands on the whole marijuana issue, honestly. But I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll probably get passed with him if he becomes president. But Trump would definitely not pass that.
Yeah, I don't think he would either.
Yeah, it's extremely 50-50, like polar opposite type. So
Yeah, so
wow,
November's gonna be pretty huge.
it will. Leave us a comment and tell us what you're thinking about this, because it does impact you at a state level whether you do partake or don't. It's a big governmental decision.
Hmm.
But
So
got another big governmental decision coming up. You know, the king of arcades, Dave and Buster's, the head of the arcade parliament government. Unfortunately, might be seeing them pop up in the bankruptcy boneyard. Dun, 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 dun.
yeah,
Shares
they're
are
not looking hot.
tanking. Yeah, no, dude, it looks really bad. A lot of fear is that the bankruptcy might be coming just because the pandemic and illness, wink, wink, regulations are still in place. Whew, almost said the C word there for a second. But they also reported an 85% decline in second quarter revenue, all the way down to 50.8 million, which it sounds like a ton of money to me. But when you consider how much overhead and staff and how big their locations are, yeah, it's not going very far. I don't know how they're still making money right now either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as of right now, I think they're slowly opening more Dave and Buster's. Um, yeah, honestly, they're on the clock right now. If this
Dude,
continues, they will go and file for bankruptcy and honestly probably close their doors unless they get bought out. All right,
yeah,
guys,
they're.
this is my hot take. I
What's your
mentioned to you guys
what's your
before the
take?
show. If it drops to around $10 or under, I'm taking the risk and I am dropping some money in it. You know,
Ooh.
I remember mentioning back when it was at $5 that it could be a buy, and my big gauchos saying that no, it's gonna go bankrupt, and then hold and be told it went up to $20. So I'm not gonna make that same mistake twice. If
I
this goes down to
mean,
10, I'm dropping money. Even if it files for bankruptcy, I will be willing to lose that money. Big
really,
gaucho risk of the day.
big gaucho risk of the day, even though they lost $58.6 million this quarter just by itself, not even the whole year, just one quarter.
Bro, I'm telling you, when they find this vaccine, that quarter they're gonna go up 100 million.
Maybe we'll see.
I think it might be net loss of 100 million next
We'll
month.
see.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, that's my hot take.
Well, with the way their cash reserves are looking, it doesn't look like they'll be open much longer if they keep losing the same amount each quarter.
Yeah, they have to the end of this year to figure it out, or they're done.
Barely.
Yeah, so I looked it up what they have, and
This is insane.
they reported that they have about 220 million or 224 million in cash reserves, and based on their estimates, they say they're burning through about 3.5 million a week.
That's only
And
67 weeks.
yeah, but about 67 weeks if their analysis is correct before
Yeah.
they're dry.
Yeah, and that's if it doesn't get more expensive, like, and they don't close more. Like a cash burn could get a lot harder, but um, yeah, that's really bad. If they're only staying open, it's like 16 months, so a little over a year if this continues, and if the whole illness lasts for a lot longer, if we're still wearing masks in a year, I don't know. I don't know how
We're
it's going to
in
be looking for
bad.
them.
They'll be bad. They'll be gone.
Dude, could you imagine? Couldn't live without Dave and Buster's.
They've
I only
been
got to go.
busties.
Only got to go a few times being 21. Actually,
I haven't
no,
gone since being
never,
21.
never got to. Actually, yeah, you're right. I just went to a conference in one of their conference rooms.
All right, boys. If they survive, we'll go Big Gaucho Dave and Busty's challenge.
Big Gaucho David Buster challenge. We have to wear like a hazmat suit in there.
Say less.
All right, bet. Can do.
But yeah, I mean, like if they can get past this pandemic, they would be good. But we were looking at like a 80-20 type. 80% they're gonna fall and fold. 20% pushing it. 20% they'll get past this.
Those are good odds to me.
I'll take those odds.
You must have had to use a calculator to do that, huh?
No, just mental math, boys.
I had to use a calculator, Dave.
Yeah. Where'd you get the calculator from?
It's my new Texas Instruments TI-84 Silver Plus edition that I purchased from Office Max. Hit that ad.
No, we don't have an ad for Office Max. They're trash.
Dang it. Nah, yeah, you're right. But yeah, we do have Texas Instruments.
Yeah, so Texas Instruments is raising their dividend for their next handout, and it's not a lot. It's 90 cents a share to 102 a share, so now you're at $1.02 per share, and that's a decent increase. It was like about 10-15% increase on their dividend, but
Ooh.
you know the price for one share of Texas Instruments is $140. So you know the dividend percentage wise is not very large. It's less than 1%, which is terrible.
Yeah, that was my question. Yeah, you might as well just buy the Vanguard high yield ETF. That's the best way to go, honestly.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't want it for the dividend, but I thought it was bizarre that they're actually raising their dividend, because I don't think most companies would be doing that. Most companies just got their dividend, scrapped it all together. So them keeping them and actually raising it is very peculiar, interesting.
Yeah, I feel weird about that, but that's all right.
If they're making money, that's good for them. I just want to point out that I currently got a dividend payout from my one and only MGM. You know, they've been pretty positive these past couple of weeks, and
they were paying pretty good dividends.
And from all my dividends, I made 10 cents from all my stocks.
There you go, Tyler. There you
go. What?
So from all my investments together.
Oh, all of them together, not just only MGM.
No, just MGM. All my investments in MGM.
Oh.
I was able to get 10 cents from all the dividends from that stock.
Holy crap.
So it's like 0.00001 of a penny.
Jeez, he's a genius.
Huh. Really?
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. I wish they paid more, but at least they're positive. So, you know, can't complain on that end.
Nah, man, I don't know. That's pretty good. But I'm kind of surprised that like people are still using calculators a lot. I mean, I guess school still has to go on. It's just not in school. You know, it'd be really tempting to just like not even do homework right now. I'm not gonna lie. If I was in high school, probably wouldn't do anything.
So you're not wrong. But yeah, colleges use it, high school use it. That's really basically everyone who uses it, unless you're like a math or science type guy that does research and whatnot.
Yeah, you do it for fun in your free time.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know. I feel like if you really need to do like insane calculations, you're not going to use a TI calculator. You're going to use like a computer program.
Yeah, like SPSS for statistics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. I had my calculator pretty tricked out. I figured out how to put Flappy Bird on it. I had Flappy Bird on there in full color and also Pong. So you know, yeah, dude, yeah, that's what I would do in high school in math, because I never really understood it, and I was like also unwilling to try. So that's my own fault, probably. But yeah, so I would play Flappy Bird during class in like full color, and I would take my friends' calculators home and give it to all them on theirs. It was pretty fun.
Dude, hell yeah. I'm just
It
saying Dave and
is so
Buster's
nice.
has a Flappy Bird game. If you want to play some.
They do.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
They have a doodle jump game too.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a throwback.
OG middle school, elementary school type.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for real.
elementary school, I think, right?
Elementary school. Hell yeah.
Flappy Bird was way back. Ooh. Remember they were making like $50,000 a day?
I don't know how. I feel like from ad revenue? That's the only thing I
Yeah.
could think of. Because I
Yeah,
don't
the
think there was
guy that-
really any things you could buy in the app. Maybe there were like cosmetics.
No, there wasn't. Just the guy that made it was making 50,000 a day just on the ads when it first came out. But I hope he wasn't just putting it all on his mattress. I hope he's throwing it in the bank. At least keeping it safe for a little bit. But with all the news going on with the banks right now, maybe he should have just kept it in his mattress.
Yeah, what's going on?
Ooh, we got a little bit of a shaky situation. This just came out a few hours ago, so the details are still developing, but essentially all the banks nationwide are preparing to be tested by the Federal Reserve because secretly they're in fear that an impending crash could happen. So the criteria is they're supposed to be preparing for a 26% reduction in the whole real estate market, just like across the board nationwide. And they also have to be prepared for a 30% drop in the stock market at least. And
Wow.
if their balance sheets are too unstable or too over leveraged, then it could affect their ability to stay open. And the FDIC could seize these banks potentially. So I think if a bunch of banks start going down, or if the stocks start to tank in the coming weeks, it's not going to be too pretty.
No, definitely. That is pretty scary. So they're going to be tested based on those criteria.
Yeah, and among others, the story is still developing a little bit, but if their balance sheet can't survive a 26% crash in real estate, because that's what they're saying like could happen, then they're not going to get passed, and they might get closed by the FDIC.
So explain to me what it means for a 26% reduction in the real estate market. Like more houses will flood the market or not be on the market?
More houses would flood the market, and then we'd have a foreclosure crisis. And they're saying, based on the percentage of people not paying for their house still, and also the income, and 60% of
And rent.
business, rent. 60% of the businesses that closed temporarily for the illness haven't reopened. So bankruptcies are starting to get on the rise. So basically, if people start defaulting on their houses, then houses across the board flood the market, and everything becomes worth 26% less, which is worse than 2008.
Yeah. So
that's what that means essentially.
So do you think it's gonna happen at the end of the year then? Because they have all these forbearance was extended, the rent thing was extended to the end of the year and all that. So 2021 is gonna be even worse than 2020.
It's gonna be a brutal New Year's. Sorry, Tyler's birthday is the day that the stock market's gonna explode. Actually, no, it'll be the day after, because
the day after
New Year's is a holiday.
Don't worry, we'll party our lives away before that.
Like, all right, Tyler. Well, it's been nice living in this country, but tomorrow we're all gonna be in the unemployment line.
I know we're gonna hit the casino and just hit big.
Like we got nothing to lose. We're all getting fired tomorrow.
No, but like there definitely is going to be a massive problem, and I think it is pretty evident because just from like the government kind of doing their rent protection, or not rent protection, eviction protection. People aren't able to pay their rent, and that's just piling up and piling up and piling up, and eventually it's going to become a day of reckoning because they're not really even helping these people. They're just saying you're not going to become homeless, but
just wait on it.
But I mean, if you can't pay it then, and it keeps piling up, I mean, there's no way you're going to be able to.
Yeah,
pay it later,
how are you going to be able to pay it?
Yeah, all the jobs
You're
being
absolutely
just
right.
Yeah, and like the difference is like the job losses this time aren't like just getting someone else replacing your job at a lower salary. It's like jobs that are permanently gone, because of all the businesses that have been closing.
Exactly, and I think it's going to be a pretty slow recovery too. I mean, once the illness is gone, you're not going to see people just spring back out, and it's going to return within a couple of weeks. I think it's going to take months, maybe even years.
It's going to be like it's going to probably happen like 2008, but it's going to be way worse.
Mm-hmm.
If one of the major bank stocks dips, or one of the big six is in trouble, like, could you imagine if JP Morgan stock dropped like 30 or 40% in one day?
I'd buy.
Oh my God, the global economy would be over.
FDIC seizes
JP Morgan.
Morgan Stanley, Deutsche, Goldman Sachs.
Oh my God,
dude, Bank of America.
That would actually collapse the world financial system.
Everyone who has their money in crypto is like, huh, I told you guys.
I told you I'd be rich. I still got my paper wallet, just in case. But
dude, I got mine too. We're chilling.
Dude, yeah. I have nightmares about that sometimes. Like I wake up and turn on the news and JP Morgan stock is down like 50% and they're about to file for bankruptcy. I'm like, what universe is this happening?
Dude, seriously. I mean, just like when you think about it, who would have thought we'd even be in this situation?
Right. It's not the craziest thing that's ever happened after this year. If something happens to one of the big banks or Wells or Bank of America, we'd be so screwed.
Yeah, I mean, we thought this year was going to be a banger. 2020, new decade. Like, my birthday party was lit. Like, we was excited.
Yeah, that was a really good time.
And then after my birthday, everything just fell apart. There's only one good day in the year.
At least we got to party while we could.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And then we lost so many people.
Yeah, the next day. Deutsche Bank's definitely the first to go, though.
I think Goldman Sachs is going down.
Maybe.
No, I'm just kidding.
Goldman could. Their credit's pretty strong, but no, I mean, Deutsche has had so many problems, and they were firing most of their workforce earlier in the year, so I think they'd definitely be the first.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if a 30% stock market drop happens, I'm putting everything I have into that market.
I don't want to be. I don't even want to be in the country when that happens, because imagine that happens right around the election or right after, and no matter who wins, there's going to be so much civil unrest in the country. It's going to be absolute chaos. And
let's think about it.
The stock market on top of that.
I mean, that's only down to 19,000, which is where it was back in March temporarily.
That's true.
I don't know.
It's true, but that was still really devastating.
Oh, I mean, it was.
Think about how high we're up right now, and how many companies are going bankrupt even while we're this sky high.
Oh, we all know that the stock market is not actually the economy. It's something else. It's dreams.
Fictional.
It's baloney.
Exactly, which a 30% real day of reckoning. Who knows? Who knows what that could reflect in real life? I don't know. The real kicker is going to be if real estate actually does go down 26%, then we're so done.
They go down 58%.
Dude, we're going to have to. The country's going to be on fire.
Good, seriously.
We're on thin ice right now.
I mean, hey, I'm all liquidated. I'm ready to buy. So if there's a 30% stock market drop, I was talking to Big Gaucho Kane. We need to get him back on the show, to be honest. It's been a while.
Yeah,
but he was saying that.
Tell him come next time.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. He was saying that with every type of recession or big crash, the following year it's always a very strong year on recovery. So if we get a 30% dip, I might have to buy in and then wait the year and see where it takes us.
Yeah, facts. That's true. Well, you can start buying up some of these big winners, big losers, and sleepers. Get a little diversification in your portfolio when all that starts to happen. Just make a list, remember these picks, and make money. That's all that's important.
Oh, let's hit that ad or soundtrack.
Got him.
Got him.
First biggest winner is Herman Miller. I've never heard of this company, but they're up 33.47%.
Yeah, you never heard of them,
No.
but you've definitely sat on some of their chairs. They make some pretty unique furniture. Like as you can see in that picture, the little red spinny thingy. That's what they make.
Oh, I've done those in Tempe. Those are scary.
Yeah, they make that and other stuff. They also make like real chairs, but they're the ones who produce that weird stuff. I don't understand it.
Top.
With it. That's pretty cool. I love that stock, and I don't even want to do the next big winner because I hate it so much. It's I can't even say it, dude. I'm gonna throw
I'll
up.
do it. I'll do it.
All right, go ahead. Please. I'm gonna be
Lemonade.
sick.
I
Dude. Still
I
not
like
as bad
it.
as Goosehead.
respect it. Get your 6% lemonade. Big hot to the big gauchos.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that stupid tech rally. Just wait till the
Think about it.
election.
They
Yeah, I
were
mean-
200s away from having the devil's number.
That
Ooh,
would
that's
have been a
bad
bad sign. Would have made me hate him even more.
Yeah. I mean, they
Very
got
ominous.
theirs for the day. I mean, they're always losers, so it's just right for them to have at least one winning day.
Yeah, I think we should have had 3 biggest losers for the first time ever, and for the first time ever, biggest losers made gains.
Yeah, so fun fact about Lemonade is they have the exact same pink colored shade as T-Mobile.
Copyright infringement.
Maybe.
They're copycats.
John Legere sues Lemonade. That'd be so funny.
Maybe. It's literally the exact same pink.
It's possible.
I wonder if their insurance rates are even good.
I don't know. We should
They're
find
the
out.
best in America.
Are you in good hands?
I got an ad for Lemonade a couple days ago.
I did
Oh,
too. I
what
sent it to
type
the
is
group
it?
chat.
Yeah. They're listening, bro. They're listening.
They're like, we're gonna spam them now. We
Like,
got
yeah,
them, boys.
We gotta show the gauchos what's up.
Yeah, I like
But-
Lemonade.
Okay, I guess they're not that bad.
They're not. We're just like ripping on their name.
Yeah, we totally do.
But we're Team Allstate.
for sure. Are you in good hands?
Hell yeah,
Wait, Tyler, you do it way better.
Allstate. Are you in good hands?
So it's like spot on. I don't know how he does it. Oh man.
Soundbite.
Soundbite. Yeah, it's just hitting an effect on his computer every time.
No, hands up.
Oh my god. Well, we got some unfortunate biggest losers today. Like to give a shout out to Bridget, my wonderful girlfriend, who owns Big First Solar. I almost said Big Gauchos. Who owns First Solar? Down 11
She's
point.
the CEO of Big Gauchos.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, yeah. CEO, CFO, MGM. But they're down 11.06% today. Big solar panel manufacturer based right here in Tempe, Arizona, right off the 202 in Priest
Mhm.
near ASU.
I think they're pretty decent. I mean, I think there's ways to go for solar energy to become profitable on the large scale, but I think it is the way of the future. I think fossil fuels definitely is not sustainable. I mean, it's efficient now. 'Cause it's cheaper, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's a limited supply of it, and also it has some pretty negative effects on the environment. So solar definitely, solar
Needs work.
Yeah, it needs work. Solar is not perfect. It's not like solar doesn't harm the environment in any way, because it does. But I'm optimistic. I think solar is definitely good, especially in Arizona here, where we are based. We get sun every day essentially, except for maybe 10 days a year we get rain.
Yeah, we're blessed, bro. It's sunny every day. You don't think about it until you visit other places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lucky. And Second one we got is Snowflake Incorporated, the hottest tech IPO of the year, the biggest tech IPO valuation in
time.
history. Yeah, that. They are the hottest cloud data warehouse company, and they are down 10.39% today. Funny story about that. If you listen to the last episode, Tyler and I said we were going to buy it no matter what. That didn't happen. Shout out to David's dad; he warned us too, but we didn't. I didn't see it in time, unfortunately. And the I, oh, God, I get.
What happened? What happened?
I don't even want to talk about it.
You want me to do it, Dosty?
No, it's okay. I can do this and prepare myself.
Power through.
The IPO was estimated at $120. It actually debuted at $245, and by the time Tyler and I got to it, about 5 minutes later, it was at $270, and the volatility was crazy. And eventually they stopped it because there was too much fluctuation, because it would bounce between like 265 and like 330. I was glued to the screen, and so I'm like, okay, maybe if I just buy once it hits like low twos, and then I just like put in a limit order to sell it at like $330, I can just make some quick money in like 2 minutes. Did not happen at all. As soon as I bought it, the thing started tanking, and it got all the way down to like 257. I'm like, okay, this isn't going to come back. So I just took the L. I'm not too proud of it, but I think it builds character. I didn't lose that much, because today they're now trading in the 220s, and Tyler was just smart and didn't get involved. I impulse bought. I honestly don't. I think I blacked out. I'm not even kidding. I don't remember buying Snowflake at all, but I just remember I had some shares for a while. I have like 12 Robinhood emails trying to like sell it at different prices and canceling orders. Yeah, it was a mess, and that was all it dropped that far in like 10 minutes. So volatility is crazy, but
yeah, it was unfortunate.
So are you going back in on let's see, Friday, today or tomorrow?
Hell no, because they're gonna have a stock dilution coming out. It was part of their contract with the private equity investors, so they're actually going to release. They're going to double the amount of existing shares, and they're going to release those in about a month. So yeah, I'm definitely waiting.
So shout out Mr. Steve, if you're watching this. You saved me. Personally, I was
should have checked.
Honestly, like I didn't expect this to happen at all with Snowflake. Like they said they were going to open at 120. I was expecting to see 120 order filled, and then it goes up to $300 and we make our money. But no, they didn't want to do that. They said we're going to 260.
It was too overhyped, man. Yeah.
F the big gauchos. You guys are not buying anything.
Bro, that's exactly what they said. And they got
me. We got pulled into it, and they're like, "Oh, gotcha." And then basically they just dipped down. And personally, I think they're going to drop down to like maybe $150 before anything happens.
Yeah, bro, it was a trap. I think they'll definitely go back to like the 100s, like Tyler's saying, for sure.
Because here, think about it. So everybody wanted to buy at 120, 130. That was everyone's expectations. But now that it went up to $300, all the investors that wanted to buy at the 120 price already feel like it's already reached this peak. So you already have those investors not going into Snowflake. And then you have the other investors that put their money in it. Sorry, Big Gaucho Austin. And then they saw that the stock price is going down because not as many people are putting their money into it. They're selling out of it. So I feel like it's going to eventually balance out, probably low 150s.
Yeah, I think it definitely will, especially because the private equity investors are going to get a chance to liquidate everything pretty soon. So that's also going to be a factor. They're going to tank really hard, but yeah, no comment. I sold.
Yeah, me neither. No comment till I see $150 stock, man. Then I might pull trig just. But honestly, I don't even want to pull trig after what they did to my boy Big Gaucho Austin.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we gotta stick together on this.
Yeah, we're done with Snowflake. You had your chance.
All gone, man. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. I need to go take a nap. Need to go lie down.
Don't worry, you're not the only one, Austin. For those that are listening, I bought into Diamond Peak Holdings, and I bought them at their peak, and so I'm also down on a couple bills, but I'm still holding. I'm optimistic that they will go up because there is a merger coming along. They are merging with what's it called,
Lordstown Motors in Ohio.
Yeah.
Lordstown Motors. They will be under the new ticker RIDE, and I expect them to go to $120 stock.
What?
So we will see what happens when the IPO
Excuse
comes
me,
out.
sorry.
When the IPO comes out, they're going to pull a snowflake, and that's when I sell out.
Oh, wow.
I think it might be realistic. All these losses are giving me a headache. I
Yeah.
gotta sleep it off.
Yeah, I think I agree. It's getting pretty late. I'm tired.
Nap
All right,
time.
yeah. Good night, boys. All right. I'm back. I'm recharged. What did I miss?
Not too much. Yeah, we got the sleepers. First one up, we got Tesla.
Pretty simple, self-explanatory. We go back to the first slide if you want to catch back up on that. Battery day coming along, new technology, new wave of Tesla vehicles potentially.
Buy low
Nicola
before
needs-
Tuesday.
Yeah, all before Tuesday. Nicola, please take notes again. Yeah, so basically they might come out with a new battery that could improve and reduce cost. So a lot of hype going into this. Elon Musk, Daddy Musk, he's the guy. So most likely it could go up a lot on Tuesday on a short.
Definitely could. Very
Yeah.
well could.
Number 2, we got Snapchat. Everyone's favorite social media. Well, not everyone's, but at least the younger generation's probably favorite social media website.
Yeah.
Or not website, app.
App, yeah. Yeah, it's fairly easy to use. It's for all ages. Make sure you go buy some of that. They're pretty solid up there with Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know they were having problems with posting profits, but I think they figured that issue out. They had trouble because they didn't really have a proper way to implement ads, but they've fixed their issues a little bit.
I feel like that's a lot of tech startups though, so it's pretty normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just got to figure it out, do some tinkering, and once they figure out the exact way to post the ads and make it so that they're actually seen, then they'll get their paychecks.
I agree. They've been doing a lot of ads, but number 3, Dave & Buster's has a lot of figuring out to do, mainly about how to make money at all. So make sure you check them out if they're under that $10 resistance point that Big Gaucho Tyler was discussing.
Yes, sir. They might pull a Hertz. So, want to take a chance, go up, quick 300% and then sell out. I highly recommend.
Very, very, very big recommend. But
yeah, quick disclaimer: we are not licensed brokers. So if you lose money on this deal, we are not liable.
At all.
Wall Street
I'm doing this because I want to lose my money. I'm willing to risk it.
Yep.
For you guys.
YOLO spy calls, $400. But I know who's not going to be going insolvent like Dave & Buster's. That would be the greatest podcasting platform on the face of the planet. Anchor. Even if you don't have a podcast, even if you don't have a podcast and don't want to start a podcast, you need to get Anchor just because it's such a good app. That's how much we want to promote it. So let's do everyone a favor at home and hit that ad. Boom. Happily. Oh, wait. Don't change that slide. We have one new addition to the Bankruptcy Boneyard that we just became aware of today. This happened a couple months ago, but nevertheless, we're going to roll with it anyway. We got Roots up here, our favorite Canadian outdoors outfitter chain. It's kind of like Canadian REI. It's kind of like some outdoor gear type stuff. They're kind of everywhere, but they filed for bankruptcy and they're going to be closing all of their U.S. stores and some Canada stores. Ooh.
Womp womp.
Womp womp womp. So, if you're following along at home, that means we got Diamond Offshore Drilling, Whiting Petroleum, J. Crew, Gold's Gym, Neiman Marcus, Marcus Neiman, Narcus Neiman, and Marcus Neiman. And we got JCPenney, Hertz, Tuesday Morning, GNC, 24 Hour Fitness, Chuck E. Cheese, Lucky Brand, James, Chesapeake Energy, Brooks Brothers, New York, and Co. Taylor Brands, Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Australia, LATAM Airlines, Avianca Airlines, Sur La Table, Pier 1 Imports, Steinmart, Pizza Hut, and newly included Roots, soon to be Dave & Buster's.
Wow.
Ooh.
Foo.
We're almost done, boys. Almost to a second page. A couple more.
Dude, we're so close. Or almost there, D&B. But
Hey.
until then, just gotta push Tyler's
D&B,
buttons.
Deutsche Bank,
I think
Goldman
JP
Sachs,
Morgan,
JP Morgan.
It's like Goldman Sachs.
Berkshire Hathaway.
Yeah, Berkshire Hathaway B. Who's losing $242,000 to $1.
Jesus.
But until then, we're just going to keep gambling. Our favorite thing to do, favorite part of the show. Has the gambling gone too far?
Nope.
Yep.
No, never. I took a highly contested dub today.
You did.
So now the new score is Dave has 33, I have 26, Kanal has 23, and Tyler is sitting at 21. 21,
Definitely.
20
Tyler, why don't you go first? What's your number?
All right, boys and girls.
Thanks. I already picked. It's fine.
I don't remember what you put, Austin. Let me double check my text so I don't get confused.
All right, I'll go first. I'll do 27,601.98.
Really?
That's funny.
You think it's gonna go down?
Pick that. Funny you should pick that exact number.
Yeah, I don't know. It just popped in my head. That's the first thing that I thought of.
Where are you
Dave's
guys?
already gone after my number because I knew he. I knew.
I was thinking. All right, here.
I knew he'd break
27
tradition.
I don't want that. I don't want that garbage.
I knew he'd break tradition.
27,601.99.
Okay. I'm signing off of this podcast for the night.
No.
That's what you get for posting your number before the show.
Yeah.
No, I had to. I was going to be jeopardized.
29,000. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, all right. Mine's 27,601.98. That's my number.
27,901.69.
That sounds familiar. It's almost today's exact number minus a decimal.
Yes.
I'm going with 28,150 again. I've done that, I think, every single day this entire week, so I'm going to stick with it.
You've done that 4 days in a row. I respect it. Respect the grind.
Definitely.
And Kanal has not submitted a number yet, so unfortunately we won't get to let you guys know what he's picked.
Yeah, he picks at 2 a.m.
Yeah, he does. He does pick at 2 a.m, and sometimes it becomes contested. So we'll have to go over the game again.
Yeah.
But on that note, I guess you guys are just gonna come back on Tuesday. And so bad, and see who took the big dubs over the weekend and what we're going to do with Tesla. But on that note, we want to thank everyone for watching. Make sure to I forgot the outro. Leave us a voice message on anchor.fm/gauchos or biggauchos.com if you want to send an investing tip. We might play it on the show. Tyler?
All right, Big Gauchos. Quick disclaimer, because we love disclaimers. Everything said on this podcast is our opinions from our experiences. We are not licensed brokers. I repeat, we are not licensed brokers. Maybe yet. We could be. Who knows? But until then, everything said on this podcast is our opinions from our experiences. And please do due diligence. Please do your research before putting your money into anything, because we are not liable for any lost gains. We are directly liable for all major gains because we love to make money with y'all. And please like and subscribe. We love the support. We're growing every day because of you guys. Please hit that share button. Send it to one of your friends that's not into stocks yet. We're a great platform for beginners, just to show them what's going on in the world. And with that being said, for more news going on in the world, please, Dave, let the viewers know what our great Instagram is.
Yeah, so the Instagram is at Big Gauchos. So go check it out. Drop it a follow. Tag your friends in it. DM them some interesting stuff. Give us some love. Give us some love.
Please do. Yeah, we need it.
Austin
Also
needs
need-
it.
Yeah. I need require lots of validation. I'm just kidding. We also need a lot of love on some streaming services too. If you're listening on audio only, make sure you check us out on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, Google, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, Overcast, or add us to your own RSS feed wherever you want. Make sure if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a review 1 to 5 stars. Computer doesn't accept anything less than 4.5 stars for some reason. Just the show's too good. So make sure you leave us a really good star rating there. And also leave us a review. Tell us something you like about the podcast. Who's your favorite Big Gaucho or what you'd like to see on the podcast. Anything at all. And on that note, boys, we got anything else to add before we wrap up the show?
Invest
Hot
safely.
pockets are hot.
Hot pockets are hot. Unless your microwave is broken, then they're cold. Good night from Arizona. Hope you made some money today. Peace.